It's very challenging to actually try and qualify and quantify the impact that hospice programs and services have on the people that we serve in a really meaningful, succinct way.
What's the best way to determine success, to say that we're getting better, to say that we're doing a good job? How do we judge ourselves?
So one of the strengths of this program is that it's been designed by the people that do the hospice work. So we've really tapped into existing processes as much as possible to minimize the impact on the frontline workers.
The metrics platform is a way for hospices across the province to have high quality dashboards to support their quality improvement programs, to measure the impact of the programs. And for Hospice Palliative Care Ontario, it's a way for us to aggregate all that data and show government the impact of funding hospices.
So it isn't something where you input the data and then 5 years later you get it, like with a census. It's real time.
For me, it's just part of the flow of a conversation with a person. It really wasn't difficult. It's just applied in the conversation overall with the caregiver or the client to just kind of really listen to the key parts of what they're saying and being able to identify what those needs are in that conversation.
The tool that we are using is so simple. It's so simple to use, and with that, I credit all to the team for Hospice.
We've been able to input the data, and the staff have indicated that it's a natural part of their job. It's not taking any longer to do the inputting, so that's very critical.
I would say that this approach is highly innovative. We've used some of the latest research. We're bringing tools that are previously only available to very large organizations like hospitals, and we're bringing them cutting-edge technology. We have a smart way of doing things that applies well to small organizations and does it really in a cost-effective manner.
It affected me just in being able to break it down in simpler terms when I'm communicating with caregivers and clients in a community.
It works, and it has been working for us, and it has helped us a lot to get in touch more often with our clients.
There's a lot of potential behind this data. It's not just data for data's sake. It's been really well thought out what this information means, and it can be used to leverage more support locally and provincially.
We've developed the outcomes and used the collective brains of dozens and dozens of people across the province to say, this is what we think is important.
Really getting the impact firsthand from the people that we serve, that we often relied on information from their caregivers. So we're actually hearing from the clients themselves. And I think that's really, really important and impactful. Additionally, it gives us a view of our role within the system itself. So it's not just the hospice, the individual hospice within our city. It's looking at a network of hospices across the whole system of palliative care.
The positive feedback that we're receiving from hospices really focuses on their ability to take the data and make meaning of it and then use it to advocate for themselves locally.
The role of the staff has really been instrumental in this project. They help guide us through the process, and it can be a very overwhelming process. Sometimes we want to start at the end and really jump to the hows rather than the whys. And so I think it's really important that they really guide us step by step. They're just phenomenal at guiding the process.
It was great. They were very, very supportive. It was a wonderful process.
Oh, they've been excellent. First of all, in terms of communication, they're just so quick. Whenever you have some questions or issues, that's so important.
For me, it's incredibly exciting, especially because 15 years ago, there was nothing like this. People weren't even really thinking in this way.
I would wholeheartedly recommend that people sign up for this project.
I strongly encourage for other hospices that are not currently in the hospice metrics to join.
I highly recommend it. It gives you kind of a snapshot of the complexity of palliative care, but to apply it in simple terms, make it more understandable.
We can see the results immediately, and I've used these results with other funders to demonstrate the impact and have been very successful using the results to secure additional funding.
We're talking about data and metrics and measures. It sounds very impersonal, but we bring our human experience to the table, and all of the people that have contributed to this project bring their human experience and their professional experience to the table. And I love the term collective wisdom, because that's really what this is, a product of the collective wisdom of hospice folks in Ontario.